a child I got to see. Um, so the NBA is boring, right? The Thunder have won the championship, right? So we know there's no doubt about the winner. If you love basketball, just to see these, just to see two new stars in the finals would make it worthy to watch the game one, the game two of the finals. But when you get beyond just seeing two new faces in the finals, and when the Thunder are up 2-1 or 3-1, it's like it's over. It's like tune into the Thunder when they're 2, 3 minutes away from winning the championship. So, right, I'm not going to watch every minute of the finals because, quite frankly, it is predictable. The Thunder are simply at a whole other level. The Thunder can only be challenged by the Cavs and the Celtics. Those two teams can only they have the talent level to pose a challenge to the Thunder, but the New York Knicks cannot score. The Indiana Pacers, they didn't finish top three. They're high energetic, score a lot of points, but at the end of the day, they won't even force a game seven. The Thunder have won the championship without Kevin Durant. The Thunder are winning the championship in the same year that Kevin Durant missed the play-in for my Dusa Phoenix Suns. So it is a definite outcome. The Thunder have won the championship. And with that being said, that's why I released the NFL video because uh, if the Thunder have won the championship and I was correct on the Knicks Wolves psyop, then basically you can turn your attention to the fall where who are the contenders to win the NFC and the AFC. And it's a 30-minute video. And it's the first time that I have done something like this. I would just ordinarily just put out the video of my Super Bowl pick and why do I think that team's going to win the Super Bowl. But in this video right there, for the first time, really, I presented, a ranking of teams to win the AFC and the NFC. And, even though number one option would be the Bengals to win and the Lions on the NFC, just according to me and my intuition, I give the reasons for why some other teams could make it. For example, the Packers was number two on the list, and number three, Eagles, they're better than the NFC. The 49ers Super Bowl hosts don't make it unless it's pandemic year. So, of course, the Eagles got to be top three. And number four was the Bucks because of Mayfield's Camacho the Super Bowl on the 39th day. So I got to mention the Bucks just in case if some way, somehow, the Bucks do make it to the Super Bowl. I'm given a reason why these are the possible teams to win the Super Bowl. And I went into detail why we have to pay attention to the Ravens and the Bills and the Bengals for next year's AFC championship. Without a shadow of a doubt, the Chiefs have no chance of even, and I believe they won't even make it to the AFC championship game. I won't be surprised to see the Chargers win on opening night. I'm not making a final pick for that game, but it will, after getting your ass kicked like that we saw in the magnitude that we saw at Louisiana, that should not surprise anybody to see the Chiefs struggle a little bit for their next NFL season. But in the meantime, the All-Star break is the time where we see if a singular move puts a team over the edge. In my view, I think the Mets need to get starting pitching. maybe bullpen too. I before the season, I think the Mets need another starting pitcher, a guy that's going to give you. He's not going to get knocked out in the fourth or fifth inning. He's a guy who's got to get you 6, 7 in a series against the Dodgers. I think that's what the Mets are missing. But the positives is that the Mets are a top 5 record in baseball, and Juan Soto is struggling, but the Mets are winning even without Soto playing at his best. So that's a big positive for the Mets World Series prediction at the start of the year. And of course, I'm very surprised and very pleasantly surprised that the Yankees are playing great ball. But, however, they will not win the championship. The Tigers must not be underestimated. The Detroit Tigers look for real. We need to keep our eyes out on the Tigers this whole season. Screwball is a beast. This team is hitting the baseball very well. They are taking strides into a year or two with a core group of players. The Detroit Tigers look really great. And if Yankees can't hit the Tigers pitching, they're going to struggle against the Tigers. I thought this team could slip and maybe make the wild card, but lose early on in the playoffs. But 16 wins out of 20. No Giancarlo in there. No Garrett Cole. No Luis Gill. As an Aaron Boone hater, Aaron Boone has done a great job so far. So I can't believe I'm saying it, but he has kept the ship tight, and these guys expect a lot for themselves, and they're carrying themselves with a mentality that we expect to still be competing, regardless of what the injury situation is. So that, I believe, it is definitely one of the biggest positives to take from, I thought would be a lost season, but this is not a lost season. The Yankees are going to be contenders. But ultimately, Garrett Cole is going to come back and lead the Yankees to the championship next year. He's 34 years of age. He'll be 35 years old in spring training. And New York's going to win 17 years later. Now, the Illuminati, why are they keeping Aaron Boone? Because Aaron Boone is number 17. That's basically what the Illuminati has told us, that Boone is a figurehead. Steinbrenner is not going to pay for 2 managers. It doesn't matter if the Royals and the Guardians don't have the payrolls, are not named the Astros. The management was going to bring back Aaron Boone with or without the championship. And that's where we are right now. Not paying for 2 managers at once. And Aaron Boone is guaranteed another year to manage the New York Yankees. So, Aaron Boone has done a fantastic job of keeping the mentality in the ship heading in the right direction, but ultimately, it is not going to be enough. And why Juan Soto joined the Mets? In the first place, the extra perks is definitely a plus, but I think Juan Soto knew about the injury situations to Garrett Cole and Giancarlo Stanton, and he felt that the Mets are going to be the team that's going to give him the best opportunity to win. Now, let's review The New York Mets won 39 years ago, and of course, New York is Camacho 39. But the the matter of the interpretation for Mr. Juan Soto. You see, Soto in reverse is 39 in reverse. So he joins the Mets at the time. That's been 39 years since they won the World Series. Or it could mean that the drought ends at 39 years. That is the question as far as the interpretation goes. But Juan Soto is 2025, and this is the 2025 World Series. Is Juan Soto going to put the Mets over the line against the Dodgers? The Dodgers looking. The Mets took 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. Let's not forget. The Mets took 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. Without a starting pitcher, and Juan Soto, I think, went hitless in like his last 16 at bats. Fortunately, they play the Rockies, but he's not in it. And you still beat the Mets 2 out of 3 games. You still beat the Dodgers 2 games out of 3. That is pretty damn good. That is commendable. That is highly commendable. That is out of this world. The other piece of the research I want to do is the list of Met seasons. List of Met seasons. I got the hiccups. List of Met seasons. Okay. So, New York Mets 13-9 playoff series record. Now, keep in mind, Philadelphia's in first place. And so, to get the 16 playoff series wins, they need to finish first in the division to avoid the wild card round. Now, if Ohtani's number 17, could the Mets win the World Series with their 17th postseason series win? We should not rule out the Phillies winning the division. I got hiccups. But the Mets with 59 playoff wins right now, if they win the divisional in the ALCS, they enter the World Series with 66 wins, like title, like Empire 66. Every Yankees fan would hate to see the Mets win the World Series, but from a scripting perspective, I can see the Mets winning the World Series. Hopefully, Yankees lose against the Tigers. I'd rather lose against the Tigers than lose 2 straight World Series. I'd rather avoid losing the World Series against the Mets. I'd rather avoid it, period. But of course, the Japanese factor with Senga. Even if Ohtani doesn't make the World Series, you've got Senga and people in Japan. They're not glory hunters. People in Japan are not bandwagoners. They're very patriotic in Japan. And so Kodai Senga, they'll still watch Kodai Senga. If the Mets don't make the World Series, the Dodgers, I got hiccup. If the Dodgers don't make the World Series, the team with the Japanese player will. Kodai Senga. Kodai Senga will. He's a great pitcher. But Clay Holmes, question mark. Shimming ritual of the Yankees. Clay Holmes or Bill Leaguer in the bullpen blows the saves. And then, Clay Holmes wins World Series. That's a shimming ritual. That's a shimming ritual. I gotta go. But let's go back to April. Most of the money was bet on the Dodgers. But the Dodgers look far from invincible. This is going to be a rather foreshadowing moment for the Major League Baseball postseason. They have foreshadowed the fact that if too much money is bet on the Dodgers, they lost 16-0 against the Cubs. They've lost 2 and 3 against the Mets. I'm not going to call it the dark arts. Maybe it is the dark arts. The dark arts of the athletes throwing the series to give the Satanic Beast Las Vegas the profit. Like the biggest recent example is the Celtics. They're clearly superior to the Knicks, but the Celtics blew 2 20-point leads in Game 1 and Game 2. Like they threw the series. If the Celtics can throw a series, the Dodgers can throw a series too. The Dodgers can. They can throw a series. One guy in the bullpen. It takes one guy in the bullpen to blow a game. It took one guy. Meatball, Nestor Cortez. This is what I mean. One guy in the bullpen. It doesn't matter how the rest of the game goes. One guy in the bullpen can throw it. One guy can throw the game away. Of course, the umpire and the favoritism as far as the strike zone goes is the biggest way how they, and I don't know where the hiccups came from, but that's one of the big factors is they can tighten the strike zone for the superstar. They can, balls in the strike zone, they can call balls if Juan Soto's up the bat, for example. They will condense the strike zone for the superstar, like Aaron Judge and the Ohtani and the Mookie Betts and you see, they don't call strikes outside in the pitcher's strike zone, you see. That's how they can manipulate the playoffs. The umpires will manipulate the playoffs. I don't know where the hiccup came from, but understand. If Cole's Camacho 17, Yankees are cooked this year. They have to win the World Series in the 42nd World Series appearance, and it will be against the Dodgers. It will be against the Dodgers. Dodgers and Yankees missed the playoffs this year. Las Vegas makes record-breaking profits on Major League Baseball. Dodgers and Yankees are going to both fail to win the pennant this year. The Tigers look like the most intimidating contender in the American League. They beat the Astros last year. So the Tigers, if the Lions make the Super Bowl, if the Tigers make the World Series, then the Lions are making it to the Super Bowl. If the Tigers make it to the World Series, the Lions are going to prevail over Green Bay in the NFC Championship game. Lions-Packers is going to be a playoff matchup this year. Recency bias? Packers win in December. Lions only win when it's week 1. That kind of thing, you see? This thing should not be ignored. Jared Goff has a playoff history against the Packers. The playoff history against the Packers. So the Rams played the Packers. They played Aaron Rodgers. They had Jared Goff. And they lost. Which year was that? Believe me, Yankee fans are going to hate the Mets. I'm going to screenshot that shit right now. Right pronto. We are not winning the championship this year. We're winning when Garrett Cole comes. The Cole trade is going to come back and lead the team to victory. The Cole train's got to get the job done. It's called dun 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 dun. It's called The Empire Strikes Back. It's called The Empire Strikes Back. Empire will strike back. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. But the Mets win this year. The league is rigged. Mets are winning. They're going to shame the Yankees. They're going to shame Aaron Boone. Is he ever going to win? The Mets won before Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone is ever going to win. Well, I don't give a fuck. I'll place the bet on the Mets because Las Vegas always wins. Celtics failed to repeat. Dodgers failed to win the repeat because Las Vegas is satanic. And they're getting ready to pay out LeBron James. The hiccups are killing. You're joking LeBron James. You didn't lose shit yet. Keep on going. Keep on going. Celtics are going to win the East next year. Jaden Tatum going to come back and he's going to lead them to victory, the Celtics. That's a brilliant script. I can see that happening. I'm not. The past is irrelevant. The loser hating bombs of dope. LeBron James. Yeah, nothing. 7 for 7. New champions every year. 7 for 7. Number 77 win the title. 77 months after the death of Kobe. The hiccups are killer. The hiccups are killer. The hiccups are killer. He go King LeBron James. The crown of the seas come out to 77. Screw losers. The guys who weren't here for last season, they bums. The guys who weren't here for last season, they trash, and they're quitting-ass, beta-ass bums and losers. But the Magic don't have Dwight Howard, do they, like 2009? But the guy, Banchero, is good. But the Magic don't make the finals unless if they have a big center like Shaq or Dwight Howard. We're not going to play the Orlando Magic. We're going to play the Celtics and then the New York Knicks because I think Kevin Durant is going to join the New York Knicks after this year. It's not a definite, but I'd be very surprised if Kevin Durant's not with the New York Knicks. But if the NBA wants Kevin Durant to elevate Wembanyama, Spurs are number 2 on my list to land Kevin Durant. He will never join the Thunder. You can forget about it. These people were trying to tell me that the Wolves are going to win the West and that Kevin Durant's going to elevate the Thunder. It is never, ever going to happen. I've done the videos. I've done the work. I have correctly predicted the Thunder to win the Final Four. I knew the Wolves, Nick Psyop, was a fugazi, was a fraud, was a scam, was a diversion. It's misleading. It's a scam. It's a diversion. But you see, this will mean that Kevin Durant's going to join the New York Knicks and compete against Goat King LeBron 2 years from now in the NBA Finals. I don't give two fucks about Jason Tatum not playing the Celtics at 24 and 24. I don't give a fuck. The Celtics team hasn't changed. No, what is going to change for the Celtics? Now, we're going to retire him. Not Gordon Hayward. The Dominican. His guy, the Dominican. What is his name? Al Horford. Oh, that's right. He's going to retire, right? But Porzingis is going to be healthy, right? He's going to be healthy at the most convenient time. Imagine if the Knicks win Game 6. Now, tonight was easy. I decided to bet Edmonton plus 1.5. Edmonton to win outright. The NHL is red. Edmonton wins 4-1 over Dallas. We almost had a 4-3 comeback, 3-0 to 4-0 last year, right? I think the Oilers are going to win the rematch. I got to go Oilers to win the rematch. The Oilers going to win. Edmonton is going to win the Stanley Cup. No, I mean, without the S, Oilers Camacho 32. It's been 32 years since Canada won the Stanley Cup. It's been 31 prior years since Canada won, and Oiler in the reverse is Camacho 31. Edmonton's winning the Stanley Cup. Canada's going to win again. Canada's Camacho 24. It's the year 2024, the season beginning in 2024. Edmonton are winning the Stanley Cup. Canada says, fuck Trump! Fuck Trump! It's the fuck Trump angle. Canada says, F you, Trump. Canada beat USA in the hockey classic. Right? Canada's going to win the Stanley Cup. Yeah, either way, fucking Qatar, Middle East. There we go. We won in the Champions League. Fuck you guys. Fucking top. Fuck me up. Fucking top. Into our shit. Into our shit. Into our shit. PSG's winning the Champions League. PSG are winning. I faded Borussia Dortmund. 2021 was an upset. It was. Who could have seen Chelsea winning that final? Moral of the story is look at the starting lineups and you will know who's going to win. Did Rotary play the 2021 Champions League football? There's no Rotary in the lineup in 2021. No holding midfielder. That explains it. Into our shit. PSG are better. Qatar is richer. Inter are bankrupt. Paris is winning the Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain. These ultras are badass. Lighting flares, meeting at the Eiffel Tower. Into our shit. Napoli wins Scudetto. Kivara is going to win Champions League. Inter Mark Juventus and Buffon losing the 2 finals in 3 years. Inter shit. Inter shit. Forza Buffon. He's too much of a gentleman. He's too much of a and he works for the IF. He works for the Italian Federation. He's a coach for the national team. You see, screw Inter on shit. We're not making. I think the Tigers can beat us. The Tigers have the pitching advantage over us. We need Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole is the real truth. All hail the Cole trade. He's going to destroy the Dodgers next year. At least the Yankees will win the World Series in the same year that Argentina is going to win the World Cup. Thank goodness. 2026 is going to be a great year. Argentina's last World Cup win the year the Tiger and the Bengals the Tiger team can win the Super Bowl. I have been correct on the politics. The tariffs is causing uncertainty and chaos in the market. People are angry at the GOP for cutting their Medicare and Medicaid. Oh my God. Elon Musk says, I'm done with the GOP. He won't be rigging the election this time with Starlink. Will he? As far as Elon Musk goes, hopefully this means that he's not going to rig the election for the GOP like he did in 2024. Elon Musk saying that I'm done with politics. I think he's staying in politics. But if he really is done and he really is scared about Tesla, then I believe that Republicans had to cheat the win in 2024, and Musk wasn't going to risk prosecution to his companies. He got what he wanted out of Doge, so he doesn't care anymore. You see, Doge is not going to go after his companies. So, in the lose Donald Trump, this guy is a joke. He only won because of Elon Musk. If Elon Musk is not around, then Trump is cooked. He's going down. He's going down. Hopefully, he is not running for a third term. Hopefully, otherwise we are becoming a third world dictatorship. Hopefully, this is just fear porn, and that he truly is gone because of the 22nd Amendment. But he's ignoring the courts. He is trying to overrule birthright citizenship. Donald Trump's bill was argued in the legislature, not during the morning or the afternoon where anyone can watch on C-SPAN, but they do it late at night at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. This bill is garbage. It is a big grift, a big giveaway to the wealthy and the large corporations of America. MAGA dudes, I think will get divorced if their wives are not delusional. They don't want to be second class citizens under a Donald Trump administration. Fuck around, find around, fuck around, find out. I rest my freaking case. Donald Trump held the inauguration indoors because he knew he rigged the election. He doesn't have the public support. And I'm a truth teller over here. Donald Trump is 100% part of the establishment. He's part of the Illuminati. He's part of making the rich richer and the poor poor. That's who Donald Trump is. We don't give a damn about these transgender BS. All that matters is people's wallets. You see, these diversions are no longer gonna click with the public. The con can't last forever. People in red states are going to be stripped of SNAP and Medicare and Medicaid. People suffering natural disasters in red states like Louisiana, like Texas, like North Carolina, they're not getting any more help from the feds. Donald Trump truly conned them. It's just aging as fine as his class right here. FEMA benefits the red constituents, the constituents that elected Donald Trump, but he doesn't give two fucks about them. But how does the coat fare? Does the coat still have unwavering support of the orange grifting lunatic? Even when all proof is there that he only cares about himself. I can't wait until the midterms. Hopefully Elon Musk truly is focusing on Tesla. Yeah, they're brainwashed. Their biggest fear, of course, is America turning brown, E pluribus unum out of many one. The emblem on on the quarter or the $1 bill. I forgot which one. If we have a rematch, I can't see how the Oilers going to lose a rematch. Canada's going to say F you, Donald Trump. Canada wins the Stanley Cup the year that Donald Trump is president. You can't make this stuff up. It truly is going to happen. Canada's going to win the Stanley Cup in the year that loser Trump takes office. Wow. Canada, I feel great hope and faith for the resistance. These MAGA lunatics can't tell me exactly why they elected Donald Trump. And then they say, Joe Biden is causing high prices, but Donald Trump is trying to start a trade war, and the companies are going to pass on the cost of the tariffs to the consumer. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. I swear to God, I'd be okay with a guy like Mitt Romney. You see, he's all about fair trade. He's not about, restrictionist trade. I thought that's what the GOP was about. was about free trade and not regulating the markets and having restrictive trade. But you see, the Republican Party has no principles anymore. Mitt Romney at least wouldn't see Democrats as enemies, as scum. You see, we need someone like Mitt Romney as president, where you're president for every single American, regardless if they voted for you, if they didn't vote for you. That's what's called Civics 101. You see, Donald Trump thinks he's only president for the people that voted for him. And that's why he's scum. He wants to take it out on the blue voters. He's cutting on the FEMA relief for the blue states. You see, he's scum. He truly wants to take it out on the blue staters. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck him. Hey, you guys have to know about the Fuck Donald Trump song. I know it's 8 years ago, but it never changes. FDJT. It never goes away. F Donald Trump. And in case if you don't know what it is, I can show you. There's an old song called Fuck Donald Trump. You know, we like to fight white folks, you know, but those niggas ain't gonna fight you. Nipsey Hussle, that's the song. We like white folks, but we don't like you motherfuckers who start hating us black people.
Yes, I'm gonna build a wall.
I'm sick of this disaster. I'm sick. He wants to send people to Libya. He wants to ship illegals to Africa. This is insanity.
And don't worry about the blacks.
This is insanity. Ship people off to Africa. This guy's a lunatic.
Lousy schools.
Congress is useless. Congress is deadbeats. They're useless. Midterms can't come soon enough.
But they don't scare me.
Precious ass motherfucker. I've been waiting to run your ass for a long ass time.
Congress is useless.
Security.
He ignores the courts of Congress is useless.
You're fired.
Hey, fuck you, homie.
I like to fire people. Fuck you all, let's say.
I like to fire
Where you get your
people.
information from? All the Browns and the Blacks are friends of Donald J. Trump.
The Browns and the Blacks ship her out of
You
America.
want money? I'll give you money. I got lots of money.
Can't take this.
Well, he's got a gun.
Money borrowed from banks.
Relax, that's it. It's just my Hennessy.
What's the song gonna play? This the wild sound. That's what I'm talking about. This ain't that Donald Trump. 2016. This ain't the song, man. Come on. There I go. This is the one. No, it ain't the one. I have to go all the way back to November the 5th to get the correct link to the song. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Shit.
Yes.
Hopefully this is the one.
I'm going to build a wall. It's going to be huge. A big, beautiful wall. And the Mexicans are going to pay.
This better be the one. It's 8 years ago.
And don't worry about the blacks. They got 58% unemployment.
Donald Trump refers to them as the
Walk
blacks.
down the street to their neighborhood, you get shot. What have they got to lose? No, come on. They may scare other people, but they don't scare me.
Precious ass motherfucker. I've been waiting to run your ass for a long ass time.
I have to go all the way to November the 5th.
Security, how did...
No! It's the fuck Donald Trump song! Play fuck Donald Trump!
I thought you guys...
He's trying to fuck us over with consumer pricing. He's trying to fuck us all over. It's making Donald Trump trying to fuck us over with these high prices that these companies gonna pass on to the consumer. It's making Donald Trump trying to fuck us all over. There we go. This is the one right there. This is the one right there. 4.6 million FDT Nipsey Hussle. Here we go.
Our family may be
Fuck this nigga Donald Trump. He sucks. Fuck his fake ass, fucking orange tan spray, whatever the hell that is. He ain't even real.
I can open it up. I can order everything that we need. And if I have any questions,
Nipsey Hussle.
Me and all my peoples.
There it is. Nipsey Hussle.
Influential motherfucker when it came to the business. But now,
Agent like fine wine. I told you what Donald Trump was about. I told you.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
I told you.
Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump.
They're about to fuck red states over.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Ah, fuck him.
Fuck Donald
You
Trump.
die of a heart attack. Fuck Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
It's the one I be talking about.
I like white folks, but I don't like you. All the niggas in the hood wanna fight you.
You like white folk, but you don't like you.
Have a rally out, and that's no sir. Home of the rider, can't ride, we don't give a fuck. Black students, check it from your rally. Well, I'm ready to go right now, your racist ass.
Look at these fucking Latino ass scum who voted against their families.
Trump win, that nigga cancer. He too rich, he ain't got the ass.
Look at these Latino men. They're traitors. They vote against their best interest.
Can't be a slave.
What's going on?
Me appreciate, no, I'm way more.
The divorce rate's gonna skyrocket.
Yeah,
Skyrocket.
no reason to be president, but we hate Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. I don't like your ass. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, I really don't like Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah. Nigga, am I tripping? Let me know. I thought all that Donald Trump bullshit was a joke. Know what they said when rich niggas go broke? Look, Reagan so cold. Obama so hope. Donald Trump spent his trust fund money on the vote. I'm from a place where you probably can't
Spend
go.
trust money on them
People
vote.
that you probably ain't know. Special built up, and it's probably
Fuck
gonna
Donald
go.
Trump.
If we say go, then they probably gonna go.
NBA rules. Now fuck Donald Trump.
And if you like me, then you probably ain't know. And if you been in jail, you could probably still vote. We let this nigga win, we gon' probably feel broke. You build walls, we gon' probably dig holes. And if no ass do
Dig
it,
holes on the ground.
fuck Donald Trump. Fuck you. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Hold up, I got something to say, hold up. We the youth. We the people of this country. We got a voice too. We will be seen and we will be heard. Hold up, I fuck with Mexicans, got a plug with
What the hell happened
Mexicans.
to 2020?
Switch who I call Mexicans.
Joe Biden was a better president than Donald Trump. Let's say Joe Biden's accomplishments. I can show you all of Joe Biden's accomplishments. Give me 30 seconds.
White people feel the same as my next again. Let this nigga win, God bless the kids. God bless the kids, this nigga wicked and weird. When me and Nibble ain't, that's Bloods and Crips. When your LA rally, we gon' crash your shit. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
That is a big list.
Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
He did nothing. He did nothing. He did nothing for the people.
Yeah.
He has eliminated due process. He's eliminated due process. He's eliminated due process. He eliminated due process. They're not going after the gang bangers, are they? They're not going after the criminals and the gang bangers, are they? They're going after anyone who's brown. They're going after people contributing to the taxes of the country. They're going after the people who are contributing to the labor market. They're keeping prices stable, the produce, all that associated. Donald Trump is trying to cause a crash in this country, and we are getting close to a crash. There will come a time where Donald Trump's not going to give a fuck and he doesn't care about how the people are doing. You see, Donald Trump's only going to care about how the billionaires are going to do, how much they're going to buy on pennies of the dollar. Donald Trump is a big and utter complete fraud. The insider trading manipulation that he's doing right here, I'm going to institute a tariff. Oh, I'm just bluffing. I'm not doing it. Insider trading to the core. Donald Trump must be stopped. He'll be stopped. I hope he'll be stopped. I hope he's not just a wannabe dictator. I hope he's only a wannabe dictator. Hopefully he doesn't actually become a hardcore authoritarian. And definitely we're in big trouble if he is. He would start a race war. Would Donald Trump try to start a race war in order to suspend habeas corpus? That should be discussed. He tried to usher in martial law during COVID. The mainstream media is degenerate. The mainstream media will try to disable the links to the initial reports of Donald Trump trying to usher in martial law all the way back in 2020. And one of my friends, his teacher friends, you see, he was under the inclination that they were going to usher in martial law. It was a conspiracy theory, yes, but there was real attempts by Donald Trump to usher in martial law. He would have liked nothing more than to have indefinite detentions in the name of crises. I hope this is not a reality TV show. I truly hope it can be brought to justice, and we must stop the unlawful detentions of people with legal residential status in this country. The legal residential process is a very bureaucratic process. But this doesn't mean that people who are contributing in a well meaningful way should just suddenly be deported into foreign prisons without due process, visitors to America being treated like second and third class citizens. No, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. Now, Donald Trump aside, let me just stop with Donald Trump. Let me just tell you guys that um, now that is a pretty insane take. This is insane. Oh, the Knicks win Game 6. Will they win Game 6? Are the Indiana Pacers going to clinch the conference title on their home floor? What if this was just a ruse to bet on the NBA making the finals for the New York Knicks? Then the Indiana Pacers win at their home floor. What if it was just a ruse for the Knicks to win this game tonight so uh, people believe in the comeback will just bet on the Knicks in Game 6? It ends up being a trap and it ends up being a win for the Indiana Pacers. So, and and uh, and uh, and I think that the Pacers losing the conference finals, there's all this talk about um, the NBA is against small market. But ultimately, if Indiana wins the series, then Kevin Durant's going to be with the New York Knicks. In the conference finals is over in the West. And the Western Conference Finals is over for the NHL. And so this means the NBA dominates the marketplace on Saturday. I think the NBA is willing to take a dive for the Pacers Thunder series if it means that we're not having any of that shit next year. I I think they can sit here and just narrate a Pacers. Knicks can't beat the Pacers. They need Kevin Durant, and they and Kevin Durant's gonna go to the New York Knicks, and then suddenly the Knicks are the favorites to win the East. Like I believe that if the Knicks get Kevin Durant and they lose against the Pacers, then suddenly people are going to be expecting Kevin Durant to go up against goalkeeper LeBron James. Now, you guys are either Tony or you guys in the media. Uh, Tony says Nick's got to go up against goalkeeper LeBron for his sixth ring. The media is going to say that the Knicks have to make the finals next year with Jason Tatum's injury. Now the Knicks are not making it to the finals next year with or without Kevin Durant. Jason Tatum's going to go on a mammoth style comeback. I truly believe that. I truly believe Jason Tatum is a world class superstar that is going to make the difference for the Boston Celtics. He's not going to forget how to play in the playoffs. And he's going to come back and he's going to, he was balling in that game 4 against the New York Knicks. He was balling. He's a superstar. Kevin Durant is useless. He doesn't mean squat for my team and for myself. Kevin Durant is you see he's useless. Kevin Durant is useless. Kevin Durant is a big giant choke. Kevin Durant is a joke. I'm done with Kevin Durant. He's a joke. I'm done with Kevin Durant. I will win the championship without Kevin Durant. CWE is a big giant crybaby. Years go by and he claims he's not going to watch the NBA. Well, I've got news. If Kevin Durant's not going to win a championship, then Anthony Edwards is win the finals in 2029. Kevin Durant is going to be a legend. He's going to win the championship in 2029. So for 2029, it comes down to Kevin Durant win the championship, or simply it is Anthony Edwards. It's either Anthony Edwards or Kevin Durant 2029. I believe if Kevin Durant beats Anthony Edwards, then this era with Goldking, the Bond, and Curry is goated. By Anthony Edwards wins the title in 2029, then this team is goated. Minnesota, obviously. My two scenarios for 2029 is Anthony Edwards to win the title or Kevin Durant beats Anthony Edwards. Now, those are the only two teams for 2029. Anthony Edwards wins the title or Kevin Durant is going to beat him. It is not a promise that the Cupcake is going to get the championship. But he's only 23 years of age. He'll be 27 years of age in 2029. It's not the end of the world for Anthony Edwards if he loses against Kevin Durant. So these are the scenarios in hand that we must consider. It's not the end of the world. For me, it is a possibility of two outcomes. Now, for me, now, let's stop for a second. If I think the Pacers are going to lose against the Clippers, will they choke against the Knicks? Kylian Mbappe should be ritual. I fucking top. I'm going to respond to every intercomment in my videos. I will. Because you don't know what Juventus went through. You don't know what we went through with the false saintly club. You don't know what Juventus went through. Yikes. Conte's not going to Juventus after all. Why would he join Juventus if this stupid club doesn't even try to sign Kevin they brought here? Yeah, Florida King McTominay and De Bruyne. I can hate on Conte all I want, but fact of the matter is who would be De Bruyne should be courted by Juventus. This is a disgrace. This we need a Scudetto next year. We will not. I don't know how Allegri is going to do with Milan. I don't know how he's going to do with Milan. I miss Allegri, but he may or may not be the right guy for Milan. It's going to require a massive attitude change. This is bad. This is bad. It's not a matter of hope or anything. You see, the Munich prophecy is clear that a new team is going to win the Champions League at Munich. And in this Merda trap, this Merda ruse, so to speak, PSG beat Liverpool, they beat Arsenal, they beat the Premier League teams. They beat the Premier League teams. Inter committed a foul on the build-up of their equalizer. They got saved by the referee. I could care less about the semifinal. Who laughs the least? Who laughs the last? Laughs the best. So ciao ragazzi, and this is a Coppa Italia and a Scudetto jersey. The Mariners of the world, they won the Coppa Italia, but they didn't win the Scudetto in 2023. So you see, they can only wish to be Juventus. You see, at least my club has lost against two of the greatest players ever, Messi and Ronaldo, and two stacked teams in the final. And Pavel Nedved was suspended for the 2023 final. So Inter shit. They're going to lose two finals against a team without a Messi or a Ronaldo. So Merda are truly Merda. And you're not winning against Messi and Ronaldo. They defeated PSG. They defeated Bayern Munich. They defeated Uh, yeah, they defeated the Italian champions in 2018. Yeah, Manchester City are not some legendary club. They clearly struggled this past season. Inter just shit. Messi, Ronaldo are just on a whole other game. Merida, Inter are not losing finals to Messi and Ronaldo. That's what separates Juventus from Merida. Interesting if the Knicks extend to game seven, or if it's just a clinching game at Indiana. I think on an experimental level, I'd go with Indiana for game six. The Thunder have an advantageous advantage if they're playing a Knicks team at 1-7. Halliburton takes 7 shots. How many shots did Halliburton take? Then we see if the game was rigged. 8 points for Halliburton. This is rigged. Halliburton 8 points. That was a rigged game. I'm glad I didn't watch this crap. Halliburton's gonna ball it out in front of his home fans. Pacers gonna win game six. Believe me, they will. They will. They will. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It is a matter of when. Ciao, Beppe. Juventus is youth in Latin. Always stay young. Juventus is you. Stay the course. Stay the course. Saturday, yeah, big day. Many Italians are rooting for Paris. We are rooting for the non-cardboard fake Scudetto, fake second star. Hell have no fury. Like justice prevailing as it should. No real Scudettos. Who would turn down the chance to manage De Bruyne? Juventus would acquire De Bruyne. Yeah, he's not an idiot. He's not an idiot. Yeah, De Bruyne and McTominay. That is a hard sell to convince Conte to leave Juventus. And Juventus should have been targeting this guy from the beginning. What the fuck is their problem? Seriously. De Bruyne is better than any midfielder on Juventus right now. What the fuck is the problem? He gets to play for an illustrious team that has won the Champions League, that has won How many would that be? What you want those? You see, this is the problem. This is you just, you know,